How's it going today, YouTube? Luke here again with Lifestyle Off-Road, and today we are working on performance mods for the Bronco. So I just got this box today from Custom Performance Engineering, and in it is a very well built intercooler. So you have full cast ends. This thing has quite a bit of weight to it. You have, the core of it is just thick. I will compare it to the other one, the factory intercooler. Some pretty nice looking welds around there. These fins, these are not going to bend. Very well built intercooler. In my opinion, it's the best looking one out right now. So we're going to go ahead and slap this into our Bronco. So all that you get with this, and it's all that you need, is you get the intercooler and you get these posts, which you have to just thread these posts into those holes, and that is how the intercooler mounts. We're not worried about that quite yet. So as everybody knows, I'm Lifestyle Off-Road, and these are my bumpers. So when you buy a Lifestyle Off-Road bumper, the intercooler mounts into this skid plate. Why did we do that? We did it for clearance. The factory intercooler mounts are flimsy, and by removing those mounts, it gave us more clearance so that we could keep the skid plate and the bumper tucked up as high as possible for four-wheeling, because our entire purpose of building these is for off-road. Right here, for example, the bumper actually is about dead even with the frame horn. So we have this all shoved up as high as it can be, so when you take your Bronco four-wheeling, you have all the clearance you can possibly get, so you can do all those super hard obstacles. So what I have to do now is I have to remove these 4 bolts. I have to remove 4 bolts on each side, and I have to drop the skid plate. I already took that one off. You can check out my oil change video and show you how to remove that. That's very much like the factory skid. It just has 4 bolts that hold that on, but it does sandwich up to this plate. So I took that one off already. Next I will take this off, and then this is the intercooler up here. We'll get that popped out. All right, got the skid plate off. So here is the factory intercooler. Mine doesn't look the best. So what we need to do now is put these on here. So try and situate this camera. All you need to do is you need a 13mm wrench, and this came with instructions. In my opinion, they're not great, because it does not tell you what to do with the shutter system that is installed in the Bronco, which is the most major part about installing this. I kind of am assuming that them not putting anything about the shutter system in the instructions is their way to negate liability for if you have a problem. But I'm gonna ditch the shutter system anyway. The extra clearance I think is a plus. So you just thread these in, top and bottom. And there's no way the shutter system and this are gonna fit. The shutter system does fit with the factory intercooler and the Lifestyle Off-Road bumper though. Originally I didn't think it would, and so if you buy a bumper, the instructions I believe still talk about how to remove it, but that is 100% up to you if you want to remove it or not. When you remove it, you don't get a check engine light. You just get a if you were to boot like forescan, it would just say like shutter error or something like that. Okay, so there that is. I think of what the right side up is. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. So coming over here, tilt you up. So on the intercooler are rubber grommets. You need to take those off, maybe get the dirt out, and these go on here. So this was the bottom one. So you need to make sure you take all 4 of those off, top and bottom, and put them on the new intercooler. If you can't tell, the Ford intercooler is just hanging there right now by the tubes, the air tubes. So, okay, I will get under here. Now, we need to I do not remember how to disconnect this. So this is the shutter system, and there is a connector going to it. I think this is all just push pins. Let me get my tool for that. So basically what it does is, in different temperatures, it opens and shuts the shutters to allow more or less air into the intercooler. But we're just going for performance, because even though everybody says the Bronco's not a race car, I'm gonna pretend it's my race car and do what I want because it's my truck. So I want to go fast. So the bottom push pins are out. So it has there's 2 push pins there and 2 that look like they're on top of the frame rails. Oh, that broke that one free. Just pushing up on it. Okay. Shutter system uninstalled. I just have to remember what I did with these wires last time. So what I'm going to try and do is take this motor out of here, and I'm going to just shove that behind the bumper somewhere. So that way the shutter system can still function even though it's not actually turning sensors. So that motor just rotates back and forth. As the computer tells it, it wants it to be cooler, warmer, whatever. Now obviously it's not going to help change the temp at all, but I want it to just be cool. And I'm not expecting huge performance gains out of this. I did order a charge pipe that I probably should be patient and just wait for it to install at once, but I'm obviously not, because I don't know when that's going to be here. I'm taking the Bronco out of town tomorrow on a family trip, so I got parts in the garage. I'm going to use them. Alright, so we got the cables off of there. Let's see if we can fish this out of here. I'm obviously not, there we go, being very gentle about this. Okay, so as I hit the camera and everything with it, sorry about that. Here is the active shutter system. And obviously you have a long length of cable on it. What I'm going to do, it does look like it unplugs. There's a red button in there that looks like you can press to. Well, maybe remove it. I really need more lights for my garage is what I need. So this is where, hopefully you can see this. This is just, it rotates them forward and back. It's not gonna let me overpower the motor. So this comes off in some way, shape, or form. I just really can't see what I need to see. Alright. So this has to come off, and then I should be able to twist this out of here. I just have to find a tool to get in there and get this off. There. Just had to kind of twist it. And again, I'm not worried about reusing this. Believe it or not though, I didn't break it. So it does still have what it needs to go in there. Okay, so now I can twist this up and out, it looks like. Oh. Is that? There's a wire clip hanging, holding this on. Down in there. I'm sure you can't see that, so I'm sorry. There we go. So, now shutters are closed, open. Obviously the motor doesn't rotate like that, but it's not letting me rotate it. So I gotta bend these out, pull them out maybe is the way, and I can get this motor out. And I actually have another shutter system in case for some reason I wanted to use this and I break this in about 2 seconds like it feels like. Oh, here we go. This pushes out. I can actually pop that shutter out. So, doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere though. Maybe I'll do that on both sides. I guess I could just unplug it also and see what happens. I guess part of me feels like if something were to go wrong and the electrical part to still be attached to the truck, it still can pretend it at least is functioning, right? So, holy cow, I just really need this fin to pop out of here. Let's pop this. Okay. I'm just not seeing what's holding this in. Doesn't look like anything's holding it in. All right. There we go. Alright, so just pull super hard, right? Okay, got that out. Looks like this just popped off. This going in the scrap pile. So like I said, I don't plan to use it. So give me just a second. Okay, so I took the rubber grommets off. My intercooler is full of mud, so I'm sure this is doing a great job. The next thing is you gotta pop these hoses off. I obviously did that one. Now I gotta do the other side. And all you need to do, again, get a trim tool. If you're gonna work on your Bronco, you need this. It is better than a flathead screwdriver because these points are not very sharp, so you're not gonna mar and jab into things. All you need to do is you have this little clip, just get under it and kind of twist. And you have to kind of twist at both angles. You're just popping this pin out of a groove. Maybe get it out of the top. And there we go. Maybe. Still no. What is that stuck in? Okay, so this is what you got to get off. Might just have to kind of twist the tube there. And it pops right off, see? Alright, so again, the trim tool. Gonna try and wedge it in there. And just get this to come off. Holy cow. I think this thing's just really filthy under here. If you can probably will see that dirt falling out. Alright. This is not supposed to be the part I get stuck on. Ugh. Well, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing is gross. Look at that dirt. So, what did we learn today? You gotta spray out your damn intercooler. Holy cow. This thing's not doing anything for cooling. Alright, well now I'm super glad for that reason alone that I'm changing this out. Because that thing is gross. I mean, look at that. Can you even... You're not even seeing light through it. Alright, great. Well, hopefully this one has much bigger fins. So... hopefully it's easier to clean out. Now, if you have a 2.7 liter, probably be worth your time just to pop this intercooler out just to get to the alternator right there. So that actually doesn't seem like it's too bad to get to right now. So, okay, I am gonna clean out these tubes real quick and we'll throw this in there. All right, that is pretty cleaned out. I need to get this under there. I don't want these back on, but I gotta get them close. There we go. Nope. Well, okay. So this intercooler is substantially heavier. Oh God. So I'm going to put it up in its top mounts and try and push these tubes on and get these rings clipped in. Oh, that was easy. Sorry, as I knock over the camera. Okay, hopefully you can see this. I know the camera's getting dirty. Just slide that on, clip the ring in, and you're connected. So, just make sure both of these hoses are actually on there. So now, what I need to do is I need to get the skid plate up here and bolt it in to hold it all in place. So, I don't know if you guys even just saw anything. So there we go. Performance intercooler in there. These hoses will hold it, even though it's heavy. What I did for now is I tucked this up. Before I get any further, I need to go under the hood and see if I can chase this wire up. Alright, so the wire actually comes through here, and this is it on the other side. Over by the driver's side, and it goes up by the driver's side headlight, but I ended up just pushing those pins back into the back of the bumper, and I'm just zip tying the sensor up out of the way. So that is my decision. Alright, that's what I did with it. That way it could still open and close. Maybe it won't throw an error. There might be a resistance thing. Maybe I get into a project where I add resistors to it thinking there's a load for removing the shutters. I don't know if I'll get that technical. We'll see if it impedes any performance. But this is just dangling here. But I do have the grommets, top and bottom, both sides. I'm gonna get this skid plate thrown up there. Okay. I couldn't hold this and the skid plate by myself. Very much so, two-person job. Or you could cheat, and I ran this strap above top of this metal support, and I now have this held up there. So I'm hoping I can get a couple bolts. That one's hanging. Another bolt on this, and then I can fish this strap out of here. Okay, there is the beautiful new intercooler. So it fits, it is close. If anyone's interested in a lifestyle off-road bumper and has an intercooler, let me know what it is, because I will be able to now for sure tell you if it'll fit or not. I mean, it's tight up in there, it's not touching, it's about as big as you can get though. So with those baffles, those shutter systems out though, I will definitely be able to spray in there with a hose and get this all cleared out. So I'm gonna go for a test drive here in a little bit, but for now, that's the install portion. In the next couple weeks, I plan on getting a charge pipe, and I need to talk to my friends at Off the Line Performance, and we need to put this thing on the dyno, see what we're making for power. If you don't know what the charge pipe is, it is this tube. This comes off the intercooler, and that's where the air goes into the engine. So the intercooler cools the air, comes up through the charge pipe, goes into the intake manifold. So all this is about keeping engine temperatures down to yield higher or the highest possible performance. So I'll keep you posted on that. So as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.